Hello friends, in this video session we will discuss how to show table data from database in MVC using AngularJs. So let's start. We will firstly go to our Visual Studio and we need to create a ASP.NET MVC web project. We choose this ASP.NET MVC for web application and we rename this Angular table, and here we choose a empty template and view engine is reserve and click to OK. Now we create a controller, we add a controller and rename this controller as a home controller and click to add button. Meanwhile I'll creating a database connection for this. Click to a connect database, server name is dot and then click to database name. It's loading my local database. Here we choose my database, click to OK. Now I create a connection string for this database. I copy this connection string and then we will go to our web config file and add a connection string under the configuration section. Its name is equal to con. We provide any meaningful name. It's a connection string and copy here our connection string, and here we provide provider name is system dot data dot SQL client. We save it. Now it's connected with our projects. I have a table like a table registration that have a following columns: serial number, emails, password, name, address and city, and here we show all these data into our MVC web application. Here we write a stored procedure for this. Get registration. Meanwhile we creating a database access layer. Database access layer This is the store procedure that return all the record from TBL registration table. Okay, now we create a class for this. Here in this example I used edu.net. You can use any technology that you use, like a link to entity framework, and we create a class for this. Using some more namespaces. In system dot SQL client, and here we add a connection string. Configuration manager dot connection string, dot connection string, and here we create a method that return value as a dataset get record, say SQL command is equal to com is equal to new SQL command, and we write this procedure name here. And provide a connection object, command type dot command type dot store procedure, and we create here SQL adapter, DA SQL data adapter, and to pass this command object here. And we take the data set ts equal to new data set, and fill that data set value into that ts and return that ts. Now we create a model for this table. So we go to Solution Explorer and add a class for this. We rename this class registration. I already created a properties for this, so I simply copy this. Simply create a properties for these columns. Now we go to our controller file, and here we create a method that return data as a JSON. So is a JSON result, and is a get record. Here we adding some more namespaces, like Angular table dot models for accessing a class into this controller, and also call a database access layer. It's a DB layer equal to new. Now here we create an object, so I think need to some more namespaces. Data using system. Data. SQL client, Now here we create object for dataset. So tv layer dot get record, and also create a list. We already create a class for this. In this class we create a list on the behalf of this class, and this is the list reg equal to new, and here we create a for each loop. It's a data row ds dot tables ds dot tables 0 dot rows. We add a list, we add items into this list, and new registration. It's a serial number equal to, it's integer type, so I convert it into integer. It's a serial number. It's a email. Email dot toString, and it's a password. Dear password dot toString, and its name. Dot toString is address. Dot toString and say city. Dear dot toString. Now we add items into this list. Now return this list as a JSON result. So let's return JSON, and we pass this list JSON result behavior dot allow get. Now I add a file for AngularJs. So I already have a angular.pin.js, so I simply copy, and here we create a new folder for scripts. This is script. We copy this file, and I also create a one folder for AngularJS controller. Angular controller. I add a new JavaScript file for creating a Angular controller. I rename it home.js. Now I create a app and app names like Angular dot module home app, and this blank array app dot controller. You write here controller name like home controller. You write here any meaningful name and pass one more functions, and here we pass it two parameters for getting a record from methods from the controller, this method, and store that record into a variable like scope, and that variable getting a record from JSON method. So it's dollar $http dot get. We write here this method URL is home. If getting this record, then creating a function and I also pass one variables and store that data value into this scope variable. So it's a scope dot we write here any meaningful name like res data equal to d dot data, and if any error is occurred, we handle this error. Error is the alert is failed. Now we created a Angular controller for fetching a record from get record method. Now we go to home controller. We add a view for this index method. We firstly drop our AngularJs file and our controller file. Now we create a ng app for application name. Our application name is home app, and here we add a controller name. Our controller name is home controller. Now here we create a table. I already created a CSS for this table, so I copy this CSS This is all this uses for these tables, the table data classes, and this for odd rows and this for even row designs. We add this class, and here we create a header for this table. Is th. It's a serial number. It's email. It's a password. It's a name, and it's a address. It's a city. Now we add a record rows. It's a ng repeat, like a loop in a C#. Here we add a ng repeat for looping. We create any object into this scope because all data reside into this variables. So simply copy this, and we add a css for even rows. It's even, and classes for odd rows. And here we add a td. We write here calculations, all calculations into double brackets, e dot, because object is this, and we go to our class file and write this all these properties because this all record is inserted into this object. So we create a table on the behalf of these properties. We simply copy this. It's a serial number, it's a email, it's a password, it's a name, it's a address, and copy this address, recopy this, and this city. All it's done. Now it's time to run our application. So we in browser. Now it's getting all the records from TBL registration table. So all it's done. So if you have any questions regarding to this topic, please write in the comment box. I will reply you soon, and please don't forget to watch these two videos. And if you like my videos, please click on a thumb up and please subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching. We meet in the next video.